This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSP TV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, a family holds a special memorial in Hazleton. They tell us about their loved one next. Good evening and welcome to FYI for Tuesday. I'm Ken Cara. We begin tonight with a special memorial for a young man killed in a hit and run in downtown Hazleton. Lisa Sugar reports on the special tribute held to remember Javier Miranda.
Family and friends gathered Monday afternoon to pay their final respects to a young man whose life was cut short after being struck and killed by a car last month in downtown Hazleton. The gathering took place in front of the home of Javier Miranda on West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Miranda was a young father and son who was killed after being struck at Broad and Pine Streets in downtown Hazleton just after 11:30 p.m. back on July 26th. His mother, Cynthia Diaz, said they wanted to gather at the last place she saw him alive.
Well, this is where the last time, day before my son passed, he was here living with his baby mother, and a day before, and then he was always sitting here, so everybody would pass by, and so we just had one last goodbye, like a memory of.
Her son had been laid to rest earlier in the day at St. Gabriel's Cemetery in Hazleton. Now friends and family came with red and white balloons, many wearing a white T-shirt with a picture of Miranda that read, "Always in our hearts."
He was a good son. I don't have no doubts about that. He was funny, had a lot of friends. He's a good dad. He was a good dad. And he was trying to, little by little, better himself in a lot of ways. And all I want to say is I want justice for my son.
I'm Javier's girlfriend. Like his mom said, we came here to throw our balloons up, to say our last goodbyes. What I could say, my man, he was a really good person. He had a soft heart. He was a great father to all my 3 kids. He was always real. The way he died, it wasn't fair for him, My kids love him, each day they ask me, "Where's Daddy?" It's real hard, He was only 21. He wanted to see his kids grow up.
At one point, the balloons were released into the air as a tribute to their lost loved one and friend.
I just want to say that he was always a good nephew to me, always joked around with me. I loved him very much, will always remain that way even though he's gone, but never forgotten. And it's just unfair that somebody took his life the way they did.
He's my love. I love him and I respect him.
He was a good dad. He was a very good brother. He really loved the people that he cared for. He went down to earth for them. His kids are one of the most important things that he cared about, and it was unfair what happened to him, but it's just God wanted him, and God has given an angel. So, I miss him a lot. It's not gonna be easy, but I guess God is gonna help me. And for those, if you're watching and you were there for the viewing and the burial, I want to say thank you for all the support. It means a lot to me and my family, and especially his family, his kids and his wife. Thank you a lot. It means a lot to us.
Javier Miranda is survived by 2 children, ages 4 and 1, and 6 siblings. Hazleton police have charged 20-year-old Luis Jimenez Reyes with accidents involving death or personal injury. Police said Reyes left the scene after the vehicle he was driving struck Miranda. Reporting from Hazleton for FYI, I'm Lisa Sugart.
In other news, an early morning traffic stop on Saturday turned up $2.4 million worth of heroin. According to our media partner, the Standard Speaker, 2 state troopers saw a speeding vehicle in Denison Township. They tried to pull it over in Butler Township, but the car fled. The driver took an off-ramp onto State Route 309 and left the car at a gas station parking lot and ran on foot from there. Troopers eventually caught 38-year-old Rashad R. Clark of Pittsburgh. They used an electroshock weapon on him. Police found $2,000 on him and a suitcase filled with heroin. Clark was arraigned on Saturday morning in Sugarloaf by Judge Daniel O'Donnell. Bail is set at $500,000 and Clark was unable to post that, so he is now in Luzerne County Correctional Facility. Hazleton police are looking for information about a burglary that happened in the city on Monday. Police say someone forced their way into a residence in the 200 block of West 1st Street and removed an undetermined amount of items. Anyone with information is asked to call City Police at 459-4940. City police are also dealing with several reported thefts from vehicles. One theft happened on Monday afternoon in the 500 block of Mongees Street. Police say several people forcibly entered a 2005 Mazda 3 and stole an undetermined amount of cash. Another theft occurred on Tuesday in the 100 block of North Vine Street around 7 a.m. A blue book bag with religious literature was taken. In the 300 block of East Walnut Street between 9 p.m. on Monday and noon today, a car was broken into and GPS was stolen along with cash and several documents. 2 more thefts from vehicles happened as well, one in the 200 block of West Magnolia Street and the other one in the 500 block of West 3rd Street. Anyone with information on these incidents is asked to call Hazleton Police by dialing 911. And now sad news from the borough of Freeland. After 30 years of serving the Freeland area and beyond, a longtime business is closing its doors. Videomania, one of the last remaining video rental stores in Luzerne County, will close. Owner Tammy Martin posted the news on her Facebook page that the business will close in September. She said that in those 30 years, the focus has always been on the community. She says that Videomania has sponsored 26 Little League teams, 17 youth softball teams, 11 ladies softball teams, 6 bowling leagues, 5 basketball teams, and 6 race cars, not to mention the numerous organizations that the Martins belong to. We will take a look back at the business started by her late husband, Tim Martin, when we talk with Tammy Martin in an upcoming edition of FYI. And tonight we have news from the desk of Hazleton City Council. The City Council meeting scheduled for Tuesday, August 12th is being moved to Tuesday, August 19th. There will be a work session at 6 p.m. and the meeting will follow immediately after. And here's what our media partner, the Standard Speaker, is working on for tomorrow's edition. 2 Carbon County men face charges after 2 separate but related domestic disputes that led to gunfire inside homes in Beaver Meadows and Junedale early Monday morning. You can read about that story and more in Wednesday's Standard Speaker. Coming up here on FYI after this break, Janine has another one of her Care for Kids segments. And in the Sportscast, we'll meet a Penn State football player with Northeast PA roots who walked onto the team last year.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSP TV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Welcome back to FYI. We are in your community today at the beautiful Eagle Rock Resort, and we're focusing our attention on foster and adoption care here in Luzerne County and across northeastern Pennsylvania. And Eric is one of our guests today, and he is going to talk about the fostering program, right? So thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
All right, so the foster care program was good to you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was more of a fortunate case. I went to an amazing foster family.
What did it do for you?
It gave me some securities knowing because I can go there for holidays. If I ever needed anything, I know I can call them and they'll do their best to help me. And they were just very accepting of me and who I am. From the door, I told them I'm gay, and they were very accepting. They told me they have no problem with that, and that was just something that was good to feel because I was in the closet for most of my life until I was in foster care, and it was nice to feel accepted for who I am for once.
And for those listening out there who might be thinking about going through the foster care process of becoming a foster parent, why is it so important for people to reach out and help kids?
Because there's kids out there who need the help, we want the help, and sometimes we just strive for that little bit of good attention. And sometimes we have to find it in bad places. We do stupid things, but at the end of the day, everyone does.
Everyone needs love, and that's all people really need. Is it's not the tangible things, it's the intangible things that we're looking for.
Yeah.
So your experience, again, was a positive one through the foster care program?
Definitely. I love my foster family. I still talk to them today. They're like brothers and sisters to me. And
what's next for you? What's
I
your
miss
future
them.
hold?
Well, hopefully I need to go back to school. I need to finish my schooling and possibly a career in interior designing.
Good. Very nice.
I like nice stuff.
Good for you. Well, thanks for sharing your story with us. If anyone watching at home is interested in foster adoption or independent living, you can call Luzerne County Children and Youth. Will join us next week right here on FYI when we are in your community each Tuesday.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
The summer moves along and no Sharknadoes in sight, so I think we can all be happy with the weather that we've been having so far. Let's see if it will continue. Here's FYI weather from the National Weather Service. Tonight, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. As we go throughout the night, we will reach 62 degrees. That will be the low. Here's the extended forecast. Wednesday will get up to 75 degrees, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Goes down to 30% at night, the low at 57. Thursday will be a mostly sunny day. The high will be 75. Thursday night will get down to 53. Another nice day on Friday as the high is up to 76. And it looks like a clear night on Friday night with the low at 54. And on Saturday we reach 78 degrees, sunny during the day, and at night it will be clear again with a low of 56.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazelton. Treat yourself today.
This weekend, a wonderful event is taking place at Moyers Campground in Hobby. It is the Make-A-Wish Carnival, and it's for a very good cause. Here to tell us all about it is Janet Leitner, who along with her husband Todd owns the campground, and their daughter Tammy Heller, who is here to tell us what this means to the community and how you can help. Janet, you have been doing this for many years. When did this start?
Oh, we've been doing this for 27 years. So it's been a family operation. Todd, Jennifer, Tammy, and me. And we just wanted to help a organization. And of all of them, we picked Make-A-Wish because it meant a lot to us.
Well, now you've helped a lot of children over the years, and you've raised a lot of money. Tell them how much money you've raised over these years.
We're over $300,000 already. So, and we're still going. We're not giving up. We're going to keep on doing it. So as long as we can make wishes come true, we're happy.
And what type of wishes have you made come true for some of the kids?
Oh, the number one is to go see Mickey Mouse. So they go to Disney, and then we use frequent flyer miles for those that want to go to Hawaii or Australia that have family over there. And entertainment centers, and then there's one that wanted a swimming pool. So it's many, many different kinds of wishes. So if we are there to help, we're going to help. So.
Well, now people want to help and make your carnival a big success this weekend. So it's taking place this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, August 8th, 9th, and 10th. What can people expect? And the public is invited, not just the campers.
Right. We're having a bike run first to kick everything off, and the registration's on Saturday at 9 o'clock. And we're going to have breakfast for all the bikers. And when they're done, we're going to go out to our island. We're going to have a little service for the fallen veterans, and after that the guys are going to take off, and this run is going to be in memory of Robert Visicay, who was one of my seasonals in the campground, and he did an awful lot for Make-A-Wish. So, and their ride's going to last about 2 hours, and when they come back they're going to be fed, and they're going to play games along with the kids, and we're going to have one big time. And then in the afternoon, we're going to have 4, 5 different kinds of bands playing nonstop, one right after the other, and food and all kinds of desserts and pastries, and you name it, we'll have it.
And Tammy, you've grown up with this as a child. You got to see firsthand what your family has done to help out these kids, and you got to meet some of the children. So what has that been like?
It's just really rewarding for my family, but also the campers, to see where their money's going, like when they're fundraising, to see the outcome and who it's helping. There's also probably over 100 different basket raffles and tricky tray and gift certificates that are going to be chanced off at this event, which is a huge part, an enormous part of the fundraising we have. My sister and a woman named Kelly Hiller have been going out and knocking on all the doors of the businesses, asking for their donations. So that kind of stuff really, really is helpful.
All righty. And anybody out there who's not sure where the campground is?
It is in Hobby. There are signs following. You follow these signs, go on Route 93 towards Nescopec. Follow all the signs. It's windy. It's going to seem like you're never going to get there. You will get there. Follow the signs.
All righty. So that's taking place this weekend at Moyers Campground. If you can't be there, we have information up on the screen and phone numbers you can call and make a donation if you can't be there in person. But better yet, come on out and have fun at Moyers this weekend and make this their best carnival yet.
Thanks, Lisa. Hey, look, numbers. I hope they're magic numbers for some or one, many of you, who knows, out there. Here's the daily midday winning Pennsylvania lottery number 813, the big 4, 0928, Quinto 73828, Treasure Hunt 6, 17, 24, 25, and 29. We kick off our Penn State Football Media Day coverage next on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Penn State head football coach James Franklin says there's strength in numbers. Even though the NCAA gave back some of Penn State's scholarships they took away after the Jerry Sandusky scandal, the team is not yet back to full strength yet. But Franklin points to having 107,000 strong in Beaver Stadium as a strength, and the fact that 175 students came out to compete for a spot on the team during an open tryout, and that lets the coaching staff be more selective with walk-ons. Tonight we have the story of a former Berwick High School football player who made it through the tryout process and onto the Penn State football roster last season. Penn State walk-on and Berwick area high school grad Zach Ladonis is aiming for the sky on the football field and in the classroom.
Reading the media guide, you're aerospace engineering?
Yeah.
What got you into that?
I don't really know. I've just always been interested in planes and everything else of that nature. So,
what end of it? What will you go into?
I'd like to work for like some company like Boeing or something, and just basically do probably design or something like that.
A kick snapper and a tight end in high school for George Curry's Berwick Bulldogs, Ladonis thought he'd give football a try in college. He made the team and ended up snapping in games against Michigan, Ohio State, and Nebraska, just to name a few.
It was definitely a shock. Like, it was definitely a culture change from going from a normal student taking classes just to all of a sudden football practice, 6 a.m. workouts and everything else. It's kind of tough, but we made it.
Even with the added challenge of playing major Division I college football, Ladonis made the dean's list in the spring semester of his freshman year. Penn State's 2014 media guide says he has a shot to handle PSU's kick snapping full-time, and that's no small task, since the Lions, even with depth concerns, aren't just trying to run out bodies on special teams.
Whether it's a walk-on or a starter, we really don't look at it as, hey, you're a walk-on. A lot of times, because of the nature of special teams, that's an area where a walk-on will have an opportunity to get more reps sooner. But we play the best guys. There's Mike Hall is going to play special teams. Hackenberg is going to take reps at gunner today. He doesn't know it, but he'll be out there. All of our guys are involved in special teams just because we don't want it to be just another phase, and it's a drop-off. You pull all your starters off, your offense and defense is great, and then you put your special teams out there, and it's a bunch of guys that are not necessarily necessarily ready to play. So we play all of our guys because of that. And that's an area where, you can get some younger guys, some walk-on, some scholarship guys who are, still growing to get reps early.
Charles Huff is Penn State's special teams coordinator, and here's what he's seen out of Ladonis.
Zach has done an excellent job for us. I know last year he came in and kind of got thrown in the fire, but he's had an unbelievable summer. He got a chance to get stronger. He got a chance to get bigger. He's got a lot more confidence now. You ask him, who's the best snapper in the country? He says me. Why you asking me, Coach? But those are the kind of guys that we want. And that's the kind of attitude you got to have, because if you don't believe in yourself, there's not very many people that will.
So Ladonis is confident, but he also knows there's work to be done.
What are some of the challenges now in year 2, now that you've got a year kind of under your belt?
Just definitely being consistent with everything I do, whether it's in the weight room, on the field, running, just keep improving.
Ladonis' head is in the clouds, and since he's an aerospace engineering student with plans on a solid college football career, that's a good thing. But if the clouds ever turn gray and he experiences some turbulence, he'll know where to look for support.
What's the support like from back home in Berwick? It's such a big football community. How excited were they, and what support do you get from them?
They were definitely excited. I always get a couple friend requests every year, or some changes, a couple of messages, maybe a letter or two, but it's definitely great.
We'll have more on Penn State Football Media Day tomorrow on the Sportscast when Dave Seaman, the Standard Speaker sports editor, joins me to talk about the 2014 Nittany Lions. FYI, we'll be right back. Happy Wing Night. It's Wing Night at Bottlenecks. Get $2 off your order of wings or all-you-can-eat wings and boneless wings for only $14.95. Bottlenecks wings are voted best wings in the area year after year.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. A very happy birthday to Janine and Sam Jr. This wish comes with love from your mom, dad, Mason, Alyssa, Mark, Bella, Lori, Gucci, and all of your family and friends. And a happy birthday to my twin brother, Sammy. This wish comes with love from your sister, Janine. And finally, a very special happy birthday to Janine and Sam Jr. from all of us here at SSP TV. Now for tonight's Talk of the Town. The Wrestling and Entertainment event will be held at the Sanctuary on Wyoming Street in Hazleton, Sunday, August 17th at 3 p.m. There will be music, wrestling, a concert, and a meet and greet with Terrible Tim Witherspoon. Tickets are available at the door on eBay or on Facebook.com/SanctuaryPA. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Bertha McNamara of Hazleton. Viewing will be Thursday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the Hazel Chapel of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. Memorial service will be Thursday at 11 a.m. from the funeral home. No viewing is planned. And George R. Miller of Cunningham. The funeral will be Thursday at 10:30 a.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilex Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call Smilex for all of your special events at 570-454-0111. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on Channel 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Tonight's winner is George Sherman of Mahanoy City. George, if you're watching, give us a call right now at 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
Remember, more Penn State football coverage tomorrow. Dave Seaman and I talked at length about the Nittany Lions' upcoming season, so get ready for that on FYI on Wednesday. Well, that's it for FYI on Tuesday. Head to our Facebook page for breaking news along with StandardSpeaker.com. You can go there as well. See you tomorrow. Take it easy.